Hello everyone, it's Dave from JD Cycleworks. Today I want to show you something that comes up in question a lot when I'm talking to people about bigger throttle bodies. Is bigger always better? I don't believe it is. So I found on 114s and 117s with cam upgrades that the stock throttle body in like an S&S 55mm intake seems to work best. I could show you on my old shop bike where I took off a 64mm screen wheel throttle body in intake and put the stock one back on with an S&S 55mm intake manifold. I can show you the difference. Now these runs are done a year differently, so there is some discrepancy there, but it gives you a good idea here. So the blue line here, as you can see, is the same bike, 21 Road Glide, 114 cubic inch, S&S 475, stock throttle body, 55 intake, 5.5 injectors, Chromeworks exhaust, quiet baffle, and Ness inverted air filter. That is the red line with the stock throttle body and the 55mm intake. You can see that produced 129 foot-pounds of torque and 126.6 horsepower on that day. Now, about a year before, I did it with the 64mm throttle body and intake, and that's the blue line. Everything else is the same, and you can say it showed a max torque of 125 and a max horsepower of 123. Is this 100% of an accurate test? No, it's not. However, it's a very good representation of why I don't recommend really big throttle bodies on 114s and 117s or 107s for doing cam upgrades. It just seems to work a lot better. The throttle response is a lot better with the smaller throttle body. Down here, riding the bike after I made that change, it just felt a lot more alive. And it just felt better everywhere. So that's something I wanted to show you guys today. A lot of times bigger isn't always better. And it's one of the things I've discovered over the years while doing this to show people. You know, is you don't always have to buy super big parts to make the best power. Now, if I was building a 128 or something bigger cubic inch, or something that's really needing a lot more air to move, that bigger cubic inch, I can do that. I want to show you something else really quick here. If you guys can hold on for a minute. All right. So here's something else I wanted to show you. Here's my 145 Road King, which you've probably heard about. This is my Road King. This is where it ended up right now. Right now it has a 145 cubic inch S&S engine that was tricked out by Star Racing and Baisley. Everyone's had their hands in this thing. Anyway, the reason why I'm showing you this is it has a 62mm throttle body on there from Horsepower Inc. Because at the time when I built it, back I guess around 2010 or so, nothing was available that was bigger. But look at this. This is pump gas in this bike, and it's built for the street. 174.8 foot-pounds of torque, 200.09 horsepower. SAE, 62mm throttle body, 145 cubic inch twin cam. This bike's fun, by the way. It's really fun. So I just wanted to show you, I know I'm going to get a lot of flack from this post, but I don't care. You know, sometimes some things surprise you, and this one here surprised the hell out of me. It was my goal to have 200 horsepower on a street bike, to build a bike, and that's what this bike ended up delivering. And I do take it out and ride it once a year, which it's almost due for changing the gas. She sits over there in a corner. It's just a little more information that we're always learning with this stuff. And I've done a lot of throttle body tests in the past. And sometimes it's just how it always works out. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it clears up some questions for you guys. And I'll try to keep them coming.